Alright, so this is going to be my very first YouTube video. My name is Ali, and I am 23 years old. Thank you for watching. Essentially, the point of this YouTube video is to just, talk to you guys about who I am and what I do. And the whole point of this YouTube channel is going to be to document my journey and, give you guys free game on what I know about marketing. Now, just for some context about me, I was born in Chicago and I moved to Dallas, Texas when I was in kindergarten, and I've lived here basically all my life. I have two immigrant parents who are from Pakistan and, two siblings, one little brother and a younger sister. And, being the oldest in my entire family, I've always felt that it was my responsibility to take care of them, to save my family, and essentially just get them out the trenches. Seeing my parents struggle when I was little was honestly heart-wrenching because, seeing other kids who were more fortunate than us, was hurtful, and for example, when I was little, I remember I wanted a pair of Jordans so bad, and unfortunately my parents, they couldn't afford it because they were pretty expensive back then. And the best that they could do was get a pair of Jordans for me from Ross. And I remember, being bullied for it because apparently they were fake. And, it's little stuff like that. It just pushes you to want to be better, and I've realized that as I've gotten older, that time's running out and I don't have much time left with my parents, and I have to do as much as I can to provide for them and make sure that they're taken care of, because with the time that I have left with them, and that's essentially my goal with my business. Hopefully in the next year, I want to be in a completely different space as I was when I started, making over $10,000 a month by December of next year, and, eventually hiring employees and, getting a house for my parents. So all that to say, as of right now, I do have a marketing agency specializing in Facebook and Instagram ads. We help local businesses get more leads without relying on Angie, Home Advisor, and referrals. And, when I first started, I was targeting e-commerce stores and, clothing brands and such. My first two clothing brand clients honestly just weren't that great, and, we got them results, but it just ultimately just didn't work out, and, we decided to part ways. And honestly, since August, I've been, focusing more on lead gen and, local businesses. Currently, we have a landscaping company signed, a tree removal company signed, and a dog poop removal company. As of right now, I am focusing more on tree removal companies and getting those people signed and ready to go. And that's going to be my goal for these next couple months, is to just target tree removal companies and other niches such as that. I have been doing cold calling, and I currently just got into email outreach, mass email outreach, and that's been going amazing so far. So in these next couple months to a year, I'm going to be continuously making YouTube videos and posting more videos on, local service businesses and, how to run ads, what's the best form of, structuring a campaign, and really just sauce and, other lifestyle type YouTube videos. I don't know yet. Still fairly new to this. I do have TikTok, and I've been posting on TikTok consistently for months, but I want to, move into long form content. So I'm recording this on my phone, and, I have my laptop over here next to me, so I'm mirroring it and looking at it. But yeah, so we have a pretty poop setup at the moment, but, as the months progress, as we get more clients, as we, make more and more money, I want to upgrade this whole setup and, be more professional. So all that to say, I just wanted to, make this YouTube video to introduce myself, who I am, what's the point of this YouTube channel, and get your guys' opinion on what you guys want. And, just leave it down in the comments. Follow me on Instagram at AL1_AS1M. And you can follow me on TikTok with that same name. And, if you want to see more of my journey, comment, like, share, subscribe. Follow me on my other socials, and I'll link them down below. Thank you for watching.